The campus is very impressive, it's massive, but also the hospitality of the people. So they're very, very friendly and welcoming. And they also invest in visibility with these exchange programs. If you just use it in a way to replace yourself and stop thinking critically, or stop solving problems and just everything delegate to AI, that's of course a huge problem.
He is ranked among the top 2% of scientists worldwide, with 221 publications and over 36,900 citations. Huge, right? Well, hello and welcome. I'm your host Rania Thakur and welcome to CU Cast IFDP edition. Well, today I have a very, very special guest with me. Please welcome Professor Dr. Jürg Bähler from the University College London. Welcome to Chandigarh University, sir.
Thank you for having me.
How are you and how was your day?
It was exhausting. There were a lot of events and ceremonies and interviews and meetings, but it was exciting.
Well, when you first entered Chandigarh University, what stood out to you the most?
I guess the campus is very impressive. It's massive, but also the hospitality of the people. So they're very, very friendly and welcoming.
And coming to research, for a growing institute like Chandigarh University, what is the one thing that most institutes, under-invest in when they are thinking to scaling up the research sector?
I guess one of the things is to invest in very good equipment and facilities. In our field, in life sciences, this is certainly very critical because if you have good kit, it opens up all kind of opportunities to do new approaches which you couldn't do otherwise. Also, you need to invest in the best people and give them the freedom to do their best work.
So freedom is very important in research sector.
Yes, yeah.
And if I now talk about UCL's QS ranking, what do you think are the factors that has contributed in such a great, remarkable QS ranking of UCL?
UCL is much an older, much more established institution. This year, actually, we celebrated 200-year anniversary. It's not as old as Cambridge University or Oxford, but it was the first university in UK or even worldwide, possibly, who admitted women for studying and who admitted anybody. Before universities were just Christian institutions in Europe.
Yeah.
And they admitted anybody for studying from any religious background or none. So as CU, they had the diversity which empowered them. So, and London, of course, is in a very well-connected place, right? It has a lot of pull attraction for students. So we have students from 160.
That's a remarkable achievement. And for a young university like Chandigarh University, it has, jumped 275 ranks up in last 5 years in QS World Ranking. So what do you think is going right for us?
Chandigarh University is doing something right because that's a remarkable achievement. This is really astonishing. It's particularly, it's an achievement for any university, but it's particularly remarkable for a very young institution like Chandigarh. And so very well done, I can only say that. And it's there because every university wants to get better, right? And it's very, very competitive and it's very hard to even remove a little bit. So clearly, I don't know exactly what they're doing right. I mean, I see it's a wonderful campus and they clearly invest in visibility with these exchange programs. So they reach out. And I think one important thing is also the diversity.
Right.
They get people from many different countries, from many different backgrounds. And I think that is key. Yeah.
We have students from more than 60 countries studying here.
Yeah, that's remarkable. Yeah.
What did you think about how's the faculty more adaptive and how are they reacting to?
Well, it's a mutual thing, right? It's mutual learning and talking about experiences and teaching and things like that. So we can learn from each other. And I think that was very good. So this one-to-one or small groups.
Yes.
And, see how faculty or academic life is here compared to the UK. In general, the faculty here, they do much more teaching, several lectures per week.
Yes.
And the teaching load in our universities is much smaller.
Lesser.
Yes, so we have much more, in a way, time for research.
And if we talk about research in your time, how different do you think so is a researcher's life today in comparison to when you started your PhD?
Yeah, it's quite different. Of course, when I started, the computers were already there, but they were nothing nearly as dominant as they are now. It's not that everybody had a computer. There was a central computer somewhere and people shared. Emails just emerged. And before that, everything was just slower, right? I mean, these emails and these things, in a way, it's progress because it makes communication much easier.
Yes.
But it also makes it more stressful.
Complex.
Right, because you used to get letters and then you wouldn't expect to immediately reply, right? Because it takes several days anyway and so everything was a little bit. You had more time to think, I think.
And if we talk about the most prominent thing that is right now, artificial intelligence, do you think so artificial intelligence is replacing scientific thinking, or is it, allowing the researchers to ask bigger questions?
It's a very good question. And in fact, it could be both. And it's up to the individuals to make it the right way, which is the second, right? To empower, to enhance, to use it as a tool, but to complement yourself. If you just use it in a way to replace yourself and stop thinking critically, or stop solving problems and just everything delegate to AI, that's of course a huge problem.
If you were an 18-year-old right now and you wanted to go into research, explore more, or reach to your level, so how would you start?
I think looking back, I really had a passion for science and particularly for biology. And I think that wouldn't change. If I could start all over again, I would still do the same thing. But of course, with all these new tools and techniques available now, the career would look very, very different. Of course, you can do now things much, much quicker.
Yes.
But also more is expected, right? Because everybody can do things much quicker.
Sure.
Previously, you could just a few experiments, simple experiments, you could publish a paper. But now you need to do so much more to publish a paper because it's just so easier. So it doesn't really get easier. It just will always normalize itself and compare to what others can do.
And a fresher is joining a university or a college right now. What are the 5 most important tips that you would tell them that they should definitely try in their college or university life?
One important thing, that's not very original, is work hard and focus on one area where you really become very, very good at, But learn to think independently and critically for yourself, right? Don't use machine learning to do your thinking.
Right.
And be creative, make it yours and pursue something which you really feel a passion about.
Yes.
But also have fun, right? Take advantage of all the opportunities, sports or whatever interests you. Or university, social life, right? It's a unique time in your life. So make the best of it and enjoy it to the fullest. Don't just be narrow and focus on
the academic,
on your field of study.
And finally, I would like to ask you the last question. What is your one message that you'd like to share with Chandigarh University family, be it staff and the students who are listening to you today, or maybe who wants to pursue something in research sector?
Well, I would say, well done, congratulations. How far you have come. It's important. Sometimes it's easier to race fast, and it can be more difficult to stay there. So, to stand still is actually to go back.
Right.
So you have to keep making efforts and do your best and progress. But very well done so far for coming so far in such a short time.
Well, thank you so much for your time and perspective, sir. It was great having a conversation with you. I got to learn and hear so much about your journey, and thank you so much for...
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.